A few weeks ago, I talked about PowerToys from Microsoft, which is an open source project that you can download to customize your PC a lot more, but it has also a lot of other super powerful function. And so today I want to quickly show you my favorite ones and what I like and what I not so like about it, because with Windows 11 a few of the functions kind of like have been natively integrated. So let's dive right into it. So one of the best news is that now you can actually download PowerToys directly from the store. Just go to the Microsoft Store in Windows 11 and search for PowerToys. You will find it here and you can install it. I do hope you already upgraded to Windows 11. I love it so far, no problems whatsoever. Once downloaded it, you can open it basically, and here you have like all the settings where you can check for updates. You can say it automatically should download, install it. You can run it as administrator or not, and if you should always run it as administrator, which obviously comes with some risk. From a security point of view, we obviously know never always run with the least rights necessary, but I will show you why he needs administrator rights. Now here are the different utilities, if you will, that PowerToys can offer. I do like Awake, which allows me to keep the computer awake independent of the power settings. This can be helpful if you want to have some tasks running in the background. For example, I just recently came back from vacation with Lightroom. I wanted them to upload all the changes that I applied to the pictures and didn't want the computer to fall asleep. The color picker is, I think, something that we all know can be super useful, which basically allows you to pick any color on the screen you see. So for example, with Windows Shift C, I can trigger the color picker, and then here you see it shows me the code. But here's the thing, if you click now, it will actually show this one where it shows you in X, it shows you in RGB and HSL, and you can actually further customize this, as you can see here in the settings, whatever format you need. Why do I find it super helpful? Because sometimes we do in PowerPoint presentation make quick mock-ups for other counterparts at work and show them how it looks, and so sometimes we make mock-ups how after the change the Azure portal could look like, and the easiest way is to quickly grab the color that it has, for example, to make sure it nicely blends in when we put the text box on top of it. You have the fancy zones, which really allows you to fully customize where you want to put windows, if you will, on your screen, like more than just left and right, upper left corner, bottom right corner. You see here, for example, different layouts. You can create your custom layouts to do that, and then basically you can snap those windows to it. I haven't used that, but I saw some YouTube videos of people that really swear by this. Then the File Explorer add-ons is basically the main reason why you need it. So you can enable that you have the SVG files or the scale vector graphic files in the preview pane of the File Explorer. But you could also activate that instead of, let's say, the Edge icon, that it would actually shows you the icon. Unfortunately, it does not work with Windows 11. That's one of the things I do not like. But with Windows 10, it should work problem-free. For example, here, if I look at the icons from Azure, you see here on the preview pane, I see them very small. I couldn't find out how I can zoom in, but the idea would be that now here, instead of the Edge icon, I could actually see as well the Azure icon. So sadly not, but it's an open source project, so who knows, it's probably gonna get fixed in the future. Now what I really often use is the image resizer. That's super convenient. You can also customize here the different sizes that you want, small, medium, large. The keyboard manager is where you can reprogram some of the keys. You might think, why would I do that? There is things, for example, where Control F is pretty much fine all over Windows except in Outlook. In Outlook it's forward, so you could reprogram that Control F is always fine specifically in Outlook instead of forward, so it can be helpful. I personally don't use it. Then Power Rename, that's something that is super helpful, and I will show you that in a second, where you can rename patch files at once. And last but not least, PowerToys Run, which to me is I don't know if you remember, but a while ago there was this thing called Launchie, where it was like Alt and space would open this field, and you can basically open any program. You can start it here directly as with admin privilege if you need to. It kind of like got replaced with just the Windows bar, but again here it's a bit more powerful and it's in the middle of the screen. I do like it and I started using it again, just I used Launch in the past. And then here you can define basically if you want to press a specific key, and it will show you all the shortcuts in the current environment that you're in. Also can be super helpful. Even I myself, after 9 years at Microsoft, don't know all the shortcuts all the time. I obviously are familiar with the ones I use the most often. Now, let very quickly show me the patch rename piece. So for example, if we go here, I mentioned I just recently came back from vacation. I made some pictures you can see in the preview pan from that trip. And obviously they all start with image underscore. So I can mark them all. And then I can basically here go into the show more options. And here I have a power rename. And so here, for example, I can say search for image and replace it with Engadine as an example. And because the pictures are from Engadine, Switzerland, I could also make a year already in it, and then basically you see here how it will look like. I click rename and boom, is done. This is, think about if you had a lot of different files and you want to clean them up, zip them to upload them or publish them to GitHub or somewhere else. Super powerful tool. You can also, as you saw with the image resizer, basically take them all, right click, show more options. Then here you have resize pictures, and it will open this window where you can select which one you want. I showed you can optimize these basically if you want to. You could say medium, you could say ignore the orientation of pictures if you will. You could say resize the originals, don't create a copy. Otherwise you basically say okay, and it will create a copy of each of the files and actually add in the parentheses medium, so you know these are the medium sized files. That was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found it helpful, please subscribe, click the little bell so you stay up to date with the next video I release. And as always, I look forward to hear your comment. Which features do you like? What would you like to see added? And then let's see how we best communicate that to the team and provide the feedback that all the teams at Microsoft seek very eagerly. And with that, D. Dave Kurt out.